What does it look like to coach a bot into a pro in just 30 days? You may have seen these two videos before where I coach myself and then my best friend to get good at Warzone. Well, I just started recording episode 3 with a brand new bot, and I'm currently coaching him to his limits, but part of that process is teaching him to play more aggressive so that we can reach our goal. And in our most recent coaching session, I broke down one of my 25 kill games so that I could teach him and show him how to play more aggressive, and also so he could ask me a bunch of questions. It's time to get good. All right, so I'm gonna explain to you how I try to drop high kill games on Rebirth. You land in the exact same spot I do, you know the drill. We land there, loot up as fast as possible. Right now I'm looking at contracts. I always try to figure out if I am gonna do a contract, which one am I gonna do? It also helps to just know if there's a bounty near you. If you get bountied, you can tell where it's coming from. So landing in as fast as we possibly can here. Not my best drop. Land on 2 orange boxes. I honestly get really lucky on the drop here. Wasting a little bit of time here. So I was just like, I'm not gonna get this. Continue to loot up. Get really lucky. Get 3 gold boxes and load out. And so the second I get that, I just fly. Obviously, we talked about, like, for whatever reason, I haven't noticed that you get a lot of red boxes, but I have been. So when I get them, it immediately takes me out of the early game phase, and I just start putting myself in a position to run at people. Thought I was going to catch this guy running up the stairs. A little bit of trigger discipline here, right? Like, if we back it up, I'm not going to be able to kill this guy. But the second he puts himself on top of that, that's just an easy kill. Dived underwater. I break my own rule here and I chase under the water just because I know he's literally a bullet. See him plating up here though. The start of this game is honestly kind of awkward and weird. But that just goes to show that you don't need like a perfect start to every single game. I also die a couple times in this game as well. So obviously we get out of that gunfight. I heard something up above me. I'm gonna back this up a little bit. I think I heard something up above me. Yeah, so you hear that? That was that vault animation. We heard a little bit. We heard like 2 or 3 concrete footsteps and then a vault animation. And so I know that if this guy's going to jump down, that's obviously my worst case scenario. I just need to be ready for that. Plate up. Get my gun ready. The second he jumps down, I use that as an opportunity to break his camera. Start with hip fire, left trigger. That guy honestly kind of got slammed. Same thing. Here's somebody else up here. Guy lands above me. Not anybody that I killed, right? Because we would have seen it up here. Like, this isn't the guy that just landed on top of us, but we do hear the parachute and then the cut shoot. And so somehow this guy's right above me. So I decide I'm going to burn my UAV. A guy comes from out underneath me. I hear the concrete, you know, he jumps down. And so right now, what would you do? What are you thinking here?
Centering for him to jump over and chase down.
Okay.
Or I'm going to try and go to the stairs to the right.
Okay. So I think since this guy, we heard this guy jump down, right? If I jump over this wall, I'm going to die, right? Because it just puts me in an animation. We definitely don't want to jump over the wall, but I like your thought. Back up. Either back up or go to the stairs. No matter what, we need to be ready for the gunfight. Center a little bit. Staring at my UAV here, what do you notice?
There's another dude just spawned in straight.
Right. Besides that, what do you notice? Like, what do you see right here?
One guy above you.
Can you tell like what I'm trying to get at here though? Like, where is he at, and where were we trying to get up from?
We were trying to get up from the other side, and he's on the other one.
Yep. So if he's on that other side, we want to make sure that we get good timing and try to just take advantage of that. If this guy's gonna make a mistake, we got to take advantage of it. I think a lot of people they don't not only do they not recognize when a player makes a mistake, but then they don't make the decision quickly enough to punish that mistake. And so if that guy's gonna give that up to us, I'm just gonna go knife out. I still see him over there. Center my crosshair where I'm likely to see him. Easy peasy. Guy we just killed landed over by the boat. Don't need to worry about that. All right. And so we're out of the early game phase. We obviously have our loadout. We have 4 grand. We're in the mid game phase. What are you thinking?
You've got 3 bounties around you.
Mm-hmm.
get one and sort of ghost towards it and pick up what you can on the way there.
Yep. Okay. So what you're gonna see me do is, because I got 4 grand and I'm hearing some boxes, I'm actually gonna try and get UAV bread before I push the bounty. Right? Because now we got 5 grand, now we got 5,400. If I can just get like 2 or 3 more boxes, I can get loadout money, or I mean, UAV money, and then we can push the bounty with information. Unfortunately, I get 5970, and then we get sniped at by this guy. Just playing my cover here, trying to hit different angles, never re-peeking from the same angle. Just egoing the shit out of that guy. If you can hit a really good chow and get shots on a sniper, 9 times out of 10, they're going to flinch and they're not going to hit you. Obviously, there's going to be that 1 time out of 10 that, you know, you run into a good player and they kill you. But 9 times out of 10, if you do it quickly enough and you do it accurately enough, you can make somebody miss. And so the second I shoot that guy, what do? I reposition again. I'm never peeking from the same angles. Then this guy just plays off of the wall like a dummy. Go right back to looking for money. Finally get my UAV money. I don't even look at what's in that box. I just come over here, get the UAV. And now I'm like, all right, what's the quickest way to get to this bounty, right? Like, you've had this situation in your games where the bounty, for whatever reason, when we pull a bounty here, it almost always pulls prison. So I want you to remember that next time you're doing a bounty from where we normally land, think about how I play this. Like, we're gonna try and head over there. If it's quick and doable, we're gonna do it. But if it's gonna take us too long, we're not. Take the zip. Waste of time. If I shoot at that guy, he's gonna get into the smoke. I'm just gonna tell everyone where I'm at. Main objective is the bounty right now. Pop my UAV on the way because I don't want to get caught. You know what I mean? Like, if there's people on the roof, I don't want to get caught. If there's people in these windows, I don't want to get caught. And so I'm using my UAV a little bit earlier than I'd like to for most situations. I usually try to pop the UAV this, like, right as I'm about to take the gunfight with the bounty. A lot of people would just pop the UAV over here and then lose the UAV by the time they even get here. But by taking the zip, crossing over, and then popping the UAV, now I have a lot of information to work off of. That's not only going to keep me safe, but allow me to have info on, you know, the guy that I'm actually trying to kill. I could kill that guy on the left, but I'm just trying to give priority to the bounty because the bounty is going to give us a bigger ROI. I see that he's below, right? I get to the top level here, and now I know that because there's an arrow below, that this guy is down below. And so just based off of, obviously I know what happens here, but based off of the position, I'm thinking this guy's either in like the main jail, like reception area, or he's in the stairwell of that little off-angle room. Yep, and so now I can tell that he's right below me. Obviously I'm telegraphing what I'm doing now. So I thought originally he was going to be here based off of the UAV, but now that I've cleared this room and this room, I know that he's in the stairwell. Right, we can even hear him on wooden footsteps. Slide out with good centering. High damage areas. Easy peasy. So we've already started with this game with 7 kills. I know it doesn't feel like it. Like, it does feel like a little bit of a clunky, awkward start to the game. And I got lucky with getting loadout super, super early. But I think regardless of that loadout, I might have dropped less kills, but I definitely still would have got a 20 bomb this game. So bounty reveals some positions. What are you thinking right now? I'm going to back it up just a second. Bounty reveals some positions because we get the ping off of the bounty. What would you be thinking right now?
We've got 3 guys down on control that you could third party. There's one dude on our level to the other side of prison, and there's one dude up top on the other side of prison, or in that little hallway bit.
Yep. Okay.
And we're probably more likely to get some kills down at control, potentially.
Yep.
Where there's 3 guys, so I'm looking to move down there.
Yep. So I don't want to call this a mistake, because I don't think there's necessarily a perfect answer here, because who knows what would happen if I went over to control. But I think the better play would have been control, grab another UAV, try to get a kill, and then use my UAV to kill control. But what I'm thinking here is I want to play top prison, because top prison is going to give me access to anything else that happens on the map. And so I'm thinking go top prison really quick, figure that out, and then go somewhere else. That's what I was thinking in the moment.
Well done. UAV standing by.
Took me a little while to plate up here. So as I come up to the top, I'm looking for the 2 guys that I saw over here. Obviously, there was only one on the roof. Now they're below. Toss that just because I have it. I've kind of lost them, so I'm gonna pop my UAV, and it shows all 3 of them are underneath me, and so now obviously I've cleared top prison. I'm just gonna go chase these guys down, jump down, immediately get myself onto a little bit of a power position to compare to where they are. Because if they're gonna be if they're like if people are gonna be running through here, running out of here, this gives me a little bit of an advantage. Not a crazy one. Also, as I'm sitting right here, we can see red dot on our level, and so that tells me that this guy is in the stairwell right here. Like he's probably literally right there in the stairwell.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Jump down. Now he's back on my level, so he's right inside that doorway. Slide out with good centering. Keeps running. Notice how I didn't like try to chase this, because we can tell that he's looking in the window. He's probably, if I shoot, he's probably also going to look at where I just shot. And so had I had my gun, like had I just started putting my gun up here and running at this guy, I'd probably die. Playing a little bit patient on that. We got 3 dots, 1 above, 1 above, 1 below. What would you be thinking right now?
I'm thinking, look out the window to the other side of this room and see if you can get an easy kill on that dude down low, and then pushing up top.
Yep.
Probably.
I'm worried about the guy jumping from up top. I want to cut this guy off. G-slide. Good shots. Right, G-slide to cover the audio a little bit. Like, that's why I like doing the G-slide, because that little jump kind of covered my audio. If I back it up just a second here. Like, from here to here, I basically am giving this guy 0 audio. And by the time I am giving him audio on the slide, it's already too late. Good centering. Make sure I'm moving my left stick. Dead. Running low on plates. I know there's 2 guys up top prison. Right now I'm thinking try to get to the buy station if I can. Heartbeat shows me there's a guy over here. The guy I just killed landed down below. I'm like, alright, I need some plates and a UAV. What else should I also be thinking here?
Maybe, I don't know. Smokes.
Right. Remember when we talked about, I think I only end up doing one, I think I only end up completing 1 contract this game, but I think I grab like 3 or 4. And so we talked about how Resurgence is different than BR. Obviously we want to be doing contracts, but we don't want to be throwing our entire, like the game's entire pacing away for contracts, right? And so we talked about, like, let's try to always have a contract up if it's convenient. And then if they're easy to kill or easy to complete, then we do it. But I don't think that I complete this contract here. Pop UAV, obviously need to be worried about top prison. Center my crosshair, right? Like, this guy's up here. He just heard me pop, pop a UAV. This bounty disappears. What is this guy most likely to think? If he's aware, right? Oh shit, let me look up here and see if I can kill this guy.
Bounty targets are up.
Don't want to waste too much time on it. Want to soak up the info on my UAV. What are you thinking right now as far as, like, where do we want to push?
So we've got 1 dude flying in from harbor.
Mm-hmm.
We have 2 dudes likely about to fight or currently fighting top other side of prison.
Yep.
1 dude in, like, the opposite side of the courtyard, the little walkway.
Mm-hmm.
1 dude top of prison. Then we've got a couple scattered around the landing spot.
Okay. So what I'm
trying to think what's easiest.
Yep.
What's easiest to kill? And for me, it's probably the dude at water buy and then the dude down at the landing spot and pushing back up to industry.
Okay. So I disagree because we have a kill that's closer here. Right, like this kill's closer, more accessible, and takes us in the direction of the bounty. So I'm thinking, go kill the guy here, maybe go top prison, work our way over, right? Because we can go kill this guy. If we can, maybe think about taking zip or getting up top somehow, killing this guy. And then if the bounty wins his 1v1, then I push over to bounty. Yep. Here, audio cues on concrete. Hold irons. This guy keeps trying to retail me. As I'm getting out of that fight, this guy just jumps down. So I know, as I'm noticing that, I'm thinking strafe left into my cover here. Not only is that going to give me more aim assist, but it's also going to give me a little bit of an advantage because I've already taken damage from the first fight. This guy's obviously going to continue shooting at me. I think my decision to go left here saves my life. Maybe not. That guy wasn't even... He was shooting at the other guy. This is how much I look at my UAV. Like, as I'm getting out of this fight, I'm already realizing that there's a guy pushing. Finish that. Play for cover. Immediately start plating. We shoulder. We use audio cues. I want you to listen. Try and figure out what this guy does. I'm going to shut up for a second. Try to figure out what this guy does.
Gas is moving.
Priority tasking request received. UAV exiting AO.
Has he gone behind the wall? Or took that little ledge up higher?
Yellow or red?
Red.
Yep.
Enemy soldier
Thought I had my impact grenades. This is a bad chow for me. This is something you would do. Having the wrong gun out.
Should have had your ear out.
Yep. If I have my AR out here, I win. Yep.
Or straight back to cover so you can get another weapon out and make him push.
Yeah, that's definitely a situation where I probably should have bailed here. So the reason I push over here... Never mind. I was gonna say, I thought I saw that guy landing in. The second this guy gets behind this, I either need to full commit and slide forward to get, you know, closer range, or I need to bail and come back with the AR. But standing here, I was thinking more hold my irons and just continue to track better than him. I honestly thought I could just out-track this guy, even though I have the wrong gun. But the better decision would have been to close the gap, the range gap here, or to bail and go right, probably. So, mistake I make. But it goes to show, like, it's okay when you die, right? I think I died twice in this game, once or twice, and I still ended up dropping 24 kills. So remember from your games, I think we had that 17 kill. You died once or twice in that. Don't freak out when you die. It's all just about, okay, take a deep breath. What's the best decision? So obviously we're regaining right now. We just got out of a gunfight here. There's a lot of stuff here. And we have our loadout here. What are you thinking for the regain?
Out of them options, I'm going for... Maybe I'm thinking the other guy's stuff because it's higher and I don't want to fight someone with higher ground from loadout when I don't have full plates.
Okay. What other guy are you thinking though?
The guy that that's just killed you.
So where are you telling me to land?
I'm telling you to land on the big oval circle.
Over here?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't hate the logic there. My only disagreement is that guy is probably going back over to get his guns, and he's going to be really, really close to us if we land. And we also, since we're coming from over here, we have to land through him to get to those guns. So, my mind, this is a bad option. If I want to get back into this game as soon as possible, I need to go backside of loadout, use the loadout and the truck as cover. That's what I'm thinking. Obviously, we're on low ground. Typical, you know, Warzone, Battle Royale, Resurgence theory tells you be on the high ground. But in this case, we're literally gonna have to regain through this guy, find a random gun on the ground, and then immediately fight this guy. Whereas if I land on the backside of loadout, I have a little piece of cover if he's gonna chow it. Then I can get my loadout, smokes, I can play truck. So that's what I'm thinking here. I see him getting in a gunfight, right? Like we see water tower shooting down at him. And so the second I see that, I'm like, okay, this guy's occupied. He's getting shot at. He's probably, you know, playing for cover, plating up, whatever it is. That's my opportunity to go. Checking as I'm landing in. I don't really see anything. I hear water tower still shooting. I get my gun, immediately play for cover. So I don't know if water tower is going to see it. So what do you think is happening right now? Water tower is still shooting. Is that guy dead or is he alive?
I think it's better to assume that he's alive.
Yep. Where do we think he is based on... it's not going to let me back up anymore. For whatever reason, it doesn't. right? Like when we were landing on our loadout, remember we were checking the courtyard and we didn't see anything. So because he's still shooting, he's shooting down this way. That tells me, and then obviously we look up here. That tells me that they're in a gunfight still, and he's on the other side of the building. Get my SMG. I don't want to play through them, right? I don't want to, if I want to fight one of these guys, I really don't want to fight Water Tower unless he's easy. And I don't want to run through Water Tower because then I'm just going to get shot in the back and be sandwiched between him. So I'm thinking cut this guy off. Right? We can see him even right here. He's still in this gunfight with Water Tower. And this is why I always tell you and tell other coaching students, don't let your gunfights take too long, because what I'm doing is going to happen to you. When your gunfights take too long, it gives people time to third party you. So rather than going loadout and then running in between them and being sandwiched and also in a 50-50 close range gunfight and then having this guy shooting at me, I just go behind him.
Enemy UAV is online.
I know that I remember this player from earlier because it's been the same skin. He was actually a fairly decent player. And so I'm just holding irons here, trying to cover up my audio a little bit. You're also going to see me play down the stairs. Because if this guy is going to chow me, if I can play down the stairs, I can use the stairs as a head glitch here. So I get first shots. I know that just based on the way this guy's playing, he's probably going to rechow. Look at that pre-fire. I literally started, just because I knew he was going to rechow, I just started shooting. So that's kind of like what me and you have worked on, where it's like, you know someone's going to reach. If you know someone is going to rechow and they're really close, you can just hold irons on them and start pre-firing. All right, so we just got out of that gunfight. The second we get out, we know that he was still fighting this guy. So I center my crosshair up here. We're starting to get... What was that audio cue?
The zip.
Yep, okay. We're starting to get towards the end game here. What is... see, I keep... It's like resurgence happens so fast that sometimes I can't pause and like give you an opportunity to answer a question. Because what I was gonna say is, we heard that guy go zip. Obviously, we want to check our back while we're going to the buy. But what's that guy on the zip gonna think once the fire sale starts? He's gonna think buy station, right? So for me, that's just an easy read. We also see this guy landing back in.
Station prices have been reduced. UAV in the area.
Requesting recon. UAV available for tasking.
Okay. So there's honestly a lot of things you could do here. I wouldn't hate, honestly, any of these decisions. I wouldn't hate. You could go down here and you could hold these guys. There's 3 down here. You could go over here, hold these guys. There's 2 down here. But what I'm thinking right now is that guy that I just fought was a fairly decent player. I'd rather get him out of the game right now than try to pick up, 2 to 3 over here. But you could honestly get away with anything. Concrete footsteps. Tells me the guy that I just killed is trying to get his guns. Break his plates, see him run to the right. Just try to have good centering. Here, audio cues above me. I don't know if that guy's gonna jump down, so I check while I'm backsliding. And now I want to try and complete another bounty, right? Like, I've probably popped three or four contracts this game, and I'm just trying to put myself in a position to... complete the contracts.
That was lucky as well. It took you about 5 seconds.
Yeah, I was staring at my minimap.
Get ready.
Like you can just imagine my eyes right now are staring up here, just trying to soak up all this information. Obviously, I see this guy's here, and so the second I see that, I'm like, oh shit. But I wasn't looking at my screen until...
You even paused for a second
Yep.
as well.
Yep. Well, you got to think from his perspective. He was probably checking this. You know what I mean? And I'm a little bit behind concrete here. So he was probably looking up here and did the same exact thing I was. Checking the zip on the way. We obviously see he's on our level. And so just based off of this, we know he's in that very back room over there, right? And so we don't want to let him out of there for free. If we get him pinned, I don't want to let him out of there for free. Center where I'm most likely to see him. Get first shots. Instead of plating, I just play really aggressive on this because I want to keep him inside this room if I can.
Contract failed. Enemy UAV is online. Enemy soldier incoming.
Do you hear that audio?
Yeah. Down low to the left.
Yep, down low to the left. I want you to try and like this audio for me. I know for a lot of people they struggle with audio, but this audio tells me exactly what this guy is doing. Like I literally am just like, he's here, he's here, he's here, and now he's running up the stairs, now he's coming. So just listen to it.
Sorted that one.
Should have died here.
Took around.
Oh, I did die here. Yeah. So that was probably my number one mistake this game. I think this was just a really bad 1v1 out of me.
Sorted that one.
I get good centering. That guy makes a really great... He jumps over my pre-aim. That was like a 200 IQ play out of him to jump over my pre-aim. Gets first shots on me. I start to strafe back to cover to bail out of the fight. What I should have done here is just full bail out of the fight. But instead, I do the classic... Put myself in an animation that's not going to help me at all. Impact grenade. Jump. And so, that was 100% my fault. Didn't get first shots. Like, that guy played it really smart. That alone changed the gunfight. Just jumping, because he heard me kill the guy that was up here, right? He probably hears me walking if he's a decent player. Jumps over my pre-aim, gets first shots, tracks better than me, and then I put myself in an animation. The second I see this, I probably should have just immediately bailed, because he just rips me. I gotta leave right there instead of the animation. So, happens to all of us. This guy does me a favor and, you know, full kills me with 18 seconds left. He probably could have just left me there. All right, so now we're in the regain. Now we're in the regain. Obviously, that guy's a decent player. He's not going to let me get my guns back. I have 11 grand. Go ahead.
How does the regain differ when it's like this late in the game for you?
For me, I think it's what is the safest buy state. Well, it depends. I mean, it's all contextual, right? Like if I have loadout money, I'm gonna try my best to get a loadout.
No, but like, because you've got so much going on at once, you have to not only regain, you have to get set for the end game as well.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what does anything sort of differ from like a normal regain?
No,
like if it was earlier in the game.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm starting to think like, yes, I want loadout, but I also need some tools. So I need to start, you know, clearing my end game checklist. There was a thought in my mind. Obviously, I'm immediately not going here because that was a good player. He did a really good job killing me. He's going to have enough awareness to where he's going to see me try to land, and he's not going to let me do it. Also, just landing in courtyard's a death sentence, period. There was a thought in my head to come over here and maybe look for some of these guns from earlier. But ultimately, I know that from popping UAV earlier, there wasn't a ton over here. Yes, there were some guys down here. Yes, there were some guys down here. But odds are, as long as I pay attention while I'm landing in, they're probably not here yet. And so for me, it was just get loadout down as soon as possible and see what we can make happen. Because there's still 12 guys left. Like, yes, we are in the end game phase here, but there's still 12 guys left. Like, this is a really good game for me. We have 18 with 12. If I wanted to, had I killed that guy, I could literally just play perfectly for positioning and, you know, get a really solid 20. But I was thinking possible, like, high 20s here.
Resurgence has been deactivated.
And then pop Lodi. What do I need to be worried about? Number one threat. Top prison.
Dude from the top of prison.
Yep.
We've got a loadout drop in.
Also need to be worried about people rotating in. Like I said earlier, we saw in the UAV, I need to be worried about people rotating in. I'll just land right on it. Get loadout.
You've made it to the top 10.
I already had an SMG. Okay, so we have 55-50. We're near the end game, right? Obviously I need plates, but what else would you be thinking here? Like what would you go for other than plates for your end game checklist?
Self.
Okay.
Either a self or immunity for smokes.
Yep. Self plates. Also, knowing that I have stuff up here and I just killed that guy, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go see what's here, and then I'm gonna go zip and try to loot that guy and just see what I get after that, because I'm still right by the buy. Saw a muni. Obviously my camera covered it up, but I saw a muni right there. All right, that guy just got first shots on me. What's he most likely to do?
Chase you and
Yep.
expect you to go up the zip.
So listen to audio cues here. Just classic sound whore slide shell. Like we've practiced that slide shell how many times, you know what I mean? Especially once I hear him commit to the slide, right? That is a form of animation that can throw him off.
I guarantee that dude was like 100% certain that you hit the zip as well.
Yeah.
He has TikTok in his name. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but he also like from his perspective, he's got to listen for that because he's close enough, I think.
But that's what I mean. I don't think he has the awareness to know that. So I think he just chases like full blown. Which kind of already gives you a.
And that might not have even been him.
Gas is inbound.
To be honest, because like he got there pretty quick. If we look at the minimap, look where he shoots me from. He shoots me from tents, and then the audio kind of comes from the left. You know.
Reloading.
So right now I'm just going into full endgame mode. When you're in a situation like this, you have to know what every single one of these items are. Just out of the corner of your eye, you need to be able to figure out what's around you and what you need for your endgame checklist. And so I'm like, okay, we have a nice little loot pool here. Let me see what I can use to get our endgame rolling here. So obviously I immediately grab the armor plates. I get myself to a corner. I think that's the next thing we need to work on with you is the second you get out of a gunfight, it's getting safe again. Regathering yourself, reloading, replating, and then doing your objectives. Whereas like in your 17 kill game, you did a really good job of like foot on the gas, have good pacing, stay in gunfights. But there was a couple times that I remember I told you that you were scaring the shit out of me because you were like just staying out in the open without plating, without reloading. The second you get out of a gunfight, you just continue to look for more gunfights. If you pay attention to me as a player, the second I get out of a gunfight on Resurgence, I'm immediately on a piece of cover and just getting back to full strength. So once I get back to full strength, obviously we're plating up, pop that armor box. I'm thinking satchel here because I don't have a satchel. Munitions box, gas mask, perks. Because I don't, well, I guess I have my own perks, but I don't have, you know, some of the items that I need to finish the game.
Enemy UAV is online. I'm taking effective fire.
Zapped. So this is something that I think a lot of people struggle with. One, reacting quickly to getting shot out in the open, and two, very quickly figuring out where it's from.
Enemy UAV is online.
The way I do it is immediately audio cues and looking for this circle. I almost entirely base my positioning here off of this little half circle because it's telling me that it's from back there, which I know is probably from this point is probably water tower. Based on audio cues and this little blue semicircle, I'm like, okay, I'm probably getting shot from water tower. What can save me from water tower right now? It's playing this off angle.
I'm taking effective fire.
Whereas a lot of people take a long time to even figure out where that's coming from and then let alone even make the right decision.
I think 90% of people would have just ran towards the wall and laid down.
Yep.
And then that just gives him an easy track.
I think the second you get shot at, it has to immediately be a hard target. Where is it coming from? Make a quick decision. Be a hard target. Where is it coming from? Make a quick decision. Now, obviously, you're going to die while we're doing that, but like, we're going to get reps. Every single time you die that way, you should learn, what am I going to do better next time? Oh, I was really slow figuring out where that guy is. I need to work on that. Oh, I made a bad decision on where to go. I need to think about that guy's POV when I make my decision. It's little things like that. Like, a lot of people would just die here because they just struggle with figuring out where players are. So we've got most of our endgame checklist here. The only thing I really need at this point is cluster and then a better gas mask. Now it's just all about positioning. We got 4 guys left. Go ahead.
Like, you've seen me in that endgame situation, albeit not very often. But you've seen it. Like, could you not be thinking, do I buy UAV to see where these guys are? Or do you think it was more important?
It was definitely a thought in my head. If it was Battle Royale, I'm absolutely just going for the cluster. It was definitely a thought in my head, though. I told myself I'm gonna play, because I already have the 20 bomb secured, right? Like, I don't need, at this point, I don't need to stretch for kills. If I'm sitting at an 18 kill game right now, I probably pop a UAV. But because I'm already secure and I'm already safe and my ego's already satisfied, I've already got the 20 kill, I don't need to stretch. So I'm like, I'm gonna play fundamental here. We just play for positioning. I take zip. I like the LC10 for TTK better than the C9.
I'm reloading.
I get enemy nearby. Don't hear anything off audio cues. I take zip, center my crosshair where I'm most likely to see people. Listen here, listen. Right?
Yeah.
We hear the concrete, like clear as day. We hear that guy on concrete. Jump to a piece of cover, play the cover, center crosshair. Now I got money. So I made the right decision, and I still am able to pop UAV here. There's only 2 guys left. I haven't heard a freaking thing over here, and so I'm just like, I don't care. I'm just gonna go for the buy station. Could argue that was a little dangerous from this. Maybe I need to pop a smoke next time, but I was pretty certain that there was no one else with me. All right, so let me back this up. I'm probably gonna make a video about this. It's a 1v1v1. We got 1 dot at harbor, 1 dot, the bottom left. If we want to win this game, what are you doing?
Staying on the high ground, because those dudes they're just gonna camp up in them buildings that they're in, more than likely.
Okay.
Or he's gonna push to the building where the motorbike is.
That's fair.
And I'm kind of just gonna hold the hills, because the next zone is gonna have to move somewhere other than there.
Yep.
Because it's got water to one side of it.
Yep. I think that's certainly a safe play. The only reason I disagree is because we have an advantage here. We paid for that UAV to have the information advantage. These guys don't know where I'm coming from. I have a surprise advantage here. And so what I'm thinking is, this guy's already safe. He's kind of already attached to harbor. This guy is not safe. And so I'm thinking I'm going to beeline here, and I'm going to hold this guy and make sure he doesn't get in the zone. The second I do that, I'm going to turn my attention to holding this guy. So I'm probably, either going to play high ground like you said, or play here. So because we have that, because we have the UAV, I would say that we have a 60-40, right? Because we know where they are, they don't know where we're at. If we move fast here, we can at least get 1 kill and immediately turn it into a 1v1. Whereas like if I sit up here, then it gets a little hairy. I have to rely on the zone pull. I have to rely on a good zone pull, and I have to rely on the fact that these guys don't see me and don't shoot at me, right? So that's just my thought process. If we don't have information, like if you don't have a UAV here, 100% agree with you. Just play that high ground and wait it out.
Move in here.
Now the reason I go for the guy on the right is specifically because he's out of position and he's just kind of out in the open. All right, so we get out of this gunfight. What is the guy at harbor gonna think?
He's gonna see it on his mini map.
Yep, he's gonna see it on his mini map because we're shooting an unsuppressed weapon. He's out of position right now. we have a power position. What should we do here? We get out of this gunfight. This guy's out of position. What should we do?
Push down. Is there like a ridge line with a wall to the other side?
There's a wall here. We have a building here. I'm immediately thinking, get myself safe and hold this guy and make sure he doesn't like take, like I want to keep him down at the bottom of harbor. Anybody that's fought an end game at the bottom of harbor knows that it's hell. Like it's not fun to have somebody holding you from bottom harbor. And so the faster I move to hold bottom harbor, the better. Immediately get out of the gunfight, look over to where this guy's at. The dot moves like really fast. The dot immediately goes from here to here, which means this guy's moving fast. So I get myself to the window. He pops up precision. I see exactly where he's at. Where's this guy most likely to pop up from now?
From the stairs to the right.
Yep. Get first shots. Ends up being a decent player. See him pop a stim. Try to give myself a little bit of a pre-fire here, right? Because this guy's a sweat. I don't want to chase him because he wants me to chase so he can break my camera, right? And so I pause just for a second, put some shots to maybe see if I can catch him sliding back out. He hesitates a little bit, but I know I have the advantage. So I just slide in, start with hip fire. Nice little 24 piece. So in the context of our goal, what do you think you can take from this? Or what do you think that you learned from this?
Getting myself safe after I've been shot at.
Yep.
A couple of things that we've kind of been drilling into us anyway, like pick up a contract, but don't head towards it, but don't worry too much about it.
Yeah.
Use UAVs better. And not every terrible first landing means it's going to be a bad game.
Exactly.
And not every death means it's going to be a bad game.
Yes. Perfect. That's honestly, I could not have come up with a better answer